Hi, are you looking for a company with a strong moat? That company might be ASML, the undisputed king in the world of lithography systems for the semiconductor industry, building the foundation of future technology. Fueled by the AI boom, ASML stock soared to an all-time high of €1,021 by August 2024, an incredible 140% surge over that period. But amid a market correction and rising tensions from potential U.S. China trade war, the stock has recently dropped nearly 40%. Is ASML in trouble, or is this your golden opportunity to invest in a company with long-term growth and massive global impact? But before we dive into the financials, let's first break it down. What does ASML actually do? Which markets and segments do they dominate? And what makes them so unique? ASML is the world's leading provider of lithography systems, which are essential for manufacturing microchips. These chips are found in smartphones, laptops, cars, and even supercomputers, essentially in almost everything that powers our modern world. They're cutting edge of the extreme ultraviolet, EUV, lithography machines, but I will get to this point in just a few seconds. ASML is the world's leading supplier of lithography systems, which are essential for making basically everything powering our modern world. They serve three key segments in the semiconductor industry. First, logic chip makers like Intel and AMD, producing CPUs and GPUs. Second, memory chip makers like Samsung and SK Hynix, creating RAM and flash storage. And last but not least, foundries like TSMC, manufacturing chips for others in bulk. The ASML products include lithography systems like deep ultraviolet, DUV, and extreme ultraviolet, EUV, for patterning silicon wafers, metrology and inspection tools for ensuring pattern quality and maintenance, and services such as upgrades and support for installed systems. Photolithography uses UV light to etch billions of tiny structures onto silicon wafers, a critical process for modern chips. And here's what sets ASML apart. They're the only provider of EUV systems globally, enabling chips with features below 7 nanometers, vital for AI, 5G, and high-performance computing. EUV machines cost over €150 million each, and ASML has a 100% market share here due to the high initial costs for new competitors. Over decades, ASML has overtaken rivals by investing heavily in R&D and partnering with giants like TSMC, Samsung, and Intel. Alongside their dominance in the EUV sector, ASML also holds a strong position in the market for deep ultraviolet DUV systems, which are used for less advanced nodes. Here, they compete with Nikon and Canon, but thanks to technological superiority and higher sales volumes, ASML is outpacing its competitors and has captured a significant share, estimated at 60 to 70% of the DUV market. DUV systems are less expensive, costing between 20 and 70 million euros, but they still contribute substantially to revenue. The expected revenue in the semiconductor market worldwide is rapidly growing. There are no exact numbers for the lithography market, but expected to hit 28 to 30 billion USD by 2025. In 2023, ASML's revenue was 27.6 billion euros, about 30 billion US dollars, with 21.9 billion from system sales, showing they dominate the market. This unique position and tech leadership make ASML a cornerstone of the global semiconductor industry. Okay, so let's dive into ASML's financial situation and figure out what's going on. Is the company really in bad shape, or is there more to the story behind the recent stock price drop? We'll break it down and wrap up with a risk assessment. All right, as mentioned earlier, ASML's lithography systems, both EUV and DUV, are essential for semiconductor manufacturing, forming the backbone of future technological advancements. This is clearly reflected in the company's revenue growth over the past years. Revenue? It soared from 14 billion euros in 2020 to 28.3 billion euros in 2024, a 19% annual growth rate. In 2023, system sales hit 21.9 billion euros, 50% from EUV and 40% from DUV systems, while services added 5.7 billion euros. EUVs are booming, DUVs are steady, and services are growing. ASML's net profit has more than doubled from 3.6 billion euros in 2020 to 7.6 billion euros in 2024, though it dipped slightly from 7.8 billion euros in 2023 due to slower growth. For 2025, analysts expect a rise to 8 to 8.5 billion euros, driven by strong demand and a solid 36% operating margin. Costs? R&D jumped from 2.2 billion euros to 4 billion euros by 2023, and production costs rose with complex EUV systems. Still, ASML keeps a solid 51% gross margin. Investments? 4 billion euros in R&D for high-end EUV and 3 billion euros in production capacity yearly, fueling future growth. Last but not least, let's wrap it up with a quick look at the risks ASML faces. First, geopolitical tensions, especially U.S. China trade restrictions, could hit hard. China made up 41% of system sales in 2024, but that expected to drop to 20% in 2025 due to export curbs, and tighter rules could squeeze revenue further. Second, supply chain risks. ASML relies heavily on key suppliers like Zeiss for EUV components. Any disruption here could slow production. And third, market cycles. A global economic downer might cut chip demand, though ASML's order backlog offers some cushion. Finally, competition. Nikon and Canon lag far behind in DUV, and China's SME is years from catching up in EUV, but long-term threats can't be ignored. Despite these risks, ASML's 20-year tech lead and strong financials keep it solid. So, what's next for ASML? Looking ahead, 2025 looks promising with revenue expected to climb to 30 to 35 billion euros, an increase by 6 to 24%, driven by booming demand for chips in AI, 5G, and electric vehicles. Net profit could hit 8 to 8.5 billion euros, boosted by high-end EUV systems rolling out. The stock, now at around 650 euros after a 40% drop from its 1,000 euro peak, has upside potential. Analysts see 900 euros in sight. Long-term, ASML's EUV monopoly and R&D strength position it as a tech titan. Yes, trade tensions and cycles loom, but ASML's fundamentals scream resilience. For sure, ASML is a rather pricey stock. But what do you think? Is this a great long-term investment opportunity? Let me know in the comments. And please hit the like button if you enjoyed watching this video. It's highly appreciated. Thank you and have a great time.